All right, mic check, mic check. One of Masters podcast, your host, Main, of course. I'm back with another Thinking Out Loud. This one's a little different. I got my younger sister, Taquasia. How you doing?
Hi.
What you shaking your head for?
Because why you call me Taquasia?
That's your name. That's not your name?
Just call me Ty.
Okay, call you Ty. I did write Ty down and say T-A-I.
Thank you.
Real quick, spell your name for them.
Taiquaijha.
Okay, so now that we got that out the way, right? I just wanted to make sure you was comfortable. Spelling a name like that, you should be comfortable. So the thing is, I want to do a Thinking Out Loud. I know you familiar with the channel and what I do when I do a Thinking Out Loud, but it's Women's History Month, and so I wanted to have only women on this month. I've been wanting to do that for years, but this is the first year I actually stuck with it. And I interview women. I got an interview dropping tomorrow, just women all month. And then I said, Thinking Out Loud, well, I ain't had the time to do it like I want to. But I'm also up to my 100th one. This is 99. So I said, okay, well, how about I have my sister on, because she just a less attractive version of me, but a woman. You see what I'm saying?
That's crazy, but yeah, I see that.
Yeah. So I wouldn't say it's crazy now. I think you're going a little too far.
That's just a wild opinion to have. That's crazy.
We could do a poll.
I mean, we
of
could.
Who we think is.
We could.
You know, who do you think is more attractive? I mean,
it would clearly be me. Everybody knows I'm mommy best looking child. So there's that.
Well, it's a different mommy, or you talking about Tanya?
No, the same. We got the same mom. We got the same mom. Unless you got a different mom, we got the same one.
I must do, because whoever had me, I have to be they most prestigious, finest child.
That's not accurate.
Well, okay. Let me ask you this question. Put you on the spot. Then I'm glad you did that. So about so if you're the prettiest or whatever, most attractive, right? Who is her most attractive son then?
That's crazy, because both of y'all are really ugly in my eyes.
Oh, wow.
All right, so for me, I guess I gotta switch the question around. Who is the least ugly?
What your friends say? How about we go there? Let's just go. What your friends are saying? Because I know they have to say something about me.
They had to. I know they had to say something about me. I love the confidence. I love the confidence. I don't know. My friends, they don't say nothing. We don't talk about y'all. We don't talk about my brothers at all. So yeah, my opinion though, if I had to have a thought on who's the least ugly between you and Dawn, it'll probably be you, only because me and you look more alike. So obviously, my genes are very A1. So if you share similar genes because we look alike, it'll probably be you.
Got you. So I would like to get the line out of the way in the first 10 minutes, because I feel like the guests be comfortable after 10 minutes. So I let them lie the first 50 something seconds. Then I get straight to a 10-minute mark. So you good. You got like 7 more minutes left. You pretty good. But let's talk about you a little bit. Before we talk about something I want to talk about. So I got this theory of people that should get two things. One, get free therapy or something like that, and then two, they also should get evaluated for free.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. And the theory with that is this. So before you start saying, okay, yeah, in that way, listen to what I'm saying. Anybody that has 3 or more kids, okay, I always think, because at the third one, it's like, all right, let's talk to this person, right? Let's figure out why. And then from there, how can we help them going forward with life? So with that being said, how many kids do you have?
I have a total of 4 children.
Jesus. That's a lot. So why? Let's not why, but let's get into talk about life as a mother of 3. Things happen fast for you. You was a mother of 1 for a little while.
Very bad, because I always had one child for a good little minute.
Then I felt like every time somebody asked about you, I was like, well, she's pregnant. Now I'm saying, they were like, how is sister doing? I said, she's not pregnant. I was like, hey, look, let's start there. She good.
Anyway, you wow. Well, how it happened was I had my one, which was great. I always knew I wanted more kids. Actually, I always envisioned having 4 kids, 2 boys, 2 girls. At some point in life, I kind of figured that probably wasn't gonna work out. And it was kind of sad, like a little bittersweet, just because the career path that I had chosen was kind of like getting pregnant repeatedly wasn't really great for career advancement. And it also didn't really allow me to do the job that I wanted to do. So like I can't be in the field policing and being pregnant. So like once you tell them, like that's it, you on a desk. So I was like, yeah, man, I don't know. Like, I guess I just ain't gonna have no more kids because I don't want to do that. But I don't know. Eventually things changed. I kind of changed my job during the pandemic. I got with my current significant other. He had a daughter, so we both went from 1 kid to 2 kids. That was nice. Very immediately we got pregnant. We went from 1 to 2 to 3. We had Kaveh, which brought him to 2 girls. And I knew he wanted a boy. And so I remember telling him, like, well, if you want a boy, you need to hurry up because I don't want to be pregnant in my 30s. Like, 20s is where I'm having kids. 30s is I'm not doing it. I'm not gonna be pregnant. And so maybe I don't even think Kaveh was a year old when I got pregnant with Keenan Jr. So got pregnant with him, and I already knew he was a boy from jump. I knew it.
How you knew?
Just feel it, different feeling. Like with Kaveh, I was sick. I'm talking about a week after I got that positive pregnancy test, I was sick every day. She was not nice to me. Like even now, literally same way she is right now, that's how she was in the womb. Like, nah, I'm the boss. Nah, we ain't eating this. Oh, you like that? You thought that chicken was good? Nope, go throw it up. Like, I was miserable probably all the way up to like maybe the 3rd trimester because I couldn't eat. I couldn't really sleep. Like, I always was just so uncomfortable. So when I found out she was a girl, I was like, yeah, it make a lot of sense. I don't know if it's just the mix of like the hormones when you have a baby girl, but they not that nice to you. Now with Keenan Jr., that pregnancy was a breeze. I ain't have no morning sickness. I was cool. I wasn't like super tired. I wasn't hurting. So I knew, I was like, yeah, this is a boy. I know he a boy.
Yeah. You know, a lot of times I know mommy always talk about her having kids because she got 3 too. So, you know, y'all in the same boat of pushing out 3, you know, y'all both.
In the same fashion, might I add. We both had a boy, girl, and a boy.
Oh, wow.
I had a boy, girl, and a boy.
Okay, yeah, that's yeah, I didn't think about
crazy.
that. But she always talk about but Dawn was hard pregnancy for her though.
Dawn was just huge. She always says that your birth was easy, your pregnancy was easy. She always say
Raising me was easy. I was just the easiest
you're an
going
easy
child.
kid.
Yeah.
And that honestly, that's how they get you though. Because with Elijah, it was the same thing. They get that first one, you thinking, oh yeah, that's cool. I could do this again. Elijah was an easy pregnancy, easy birth, pretty simple kid, pretty easy. It's a lot of stuff I would say I went through and I still go through with Kaveh, and I just be like, bro, I don't remember Elijah doing this. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, Elijah never did this. Why are you doing this? Like, I'm sure that's how mommy felt too. Like, when she had me, like, yo, I had this one kid here. He cool, he chilling, he quiet. Here come this girl. Something wrong with her.
That's usually how it happens in real life though, you know. So talk about that a little bit. Like this, I know we joke about it, but like talk about the day-to-day of having 3 or more kids. Like even in the morning, and now what we got going on, we get later on, but even me hearing you have to get them ready, or the process of getting 3 people ready, the process of getting 3 people ready to go somewhere, to leave from somewhere. Like, talk about that. Like what?
It's hectic. It's chaos. But I will say, I think about this often too, and this is before I had like multiple kids. Going to like train with the Marine Corps definitely helped me be a parent. A lot of people gonna say like how or like why or like that's not the same thing. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I remember a girl asking me for advice. She was asking me, how did I make it look so easy when I was the platoon sergeant, which is just the person who usually helps we just kind of handle like the day-to-day. So we're going to get the platoon where they need to be on time, whether we got to go to class, whether we got to go eat, I'm keeping count. I'm making sure I got everybody. I know where everybody's at. She was saying like, man, when you did this, you made it look so easy. She was like, what? Like, what did you do? And I was like, girl, I'm a mom. Like, that's all I did was y'all became my kids. At this point, like, I'm a mom. I need to know. So-and-so at medical, did so-and-so eat? Like, I was like, it's literally like parenting. So I always say like my training for that has kind of helped me. Like, you gotta, if you got multiple kids, always plan to arrive somewhere 30 minutes early. Because if you plan to arrive 30 minutes early, you're actually gonna be on time. Because you're not gonna get out the house at the time you said you was gonna get out the house. It's not gonna happen. So usually my plans are always try to leave out much earlier. I even find myself now, like, things get hectic. Like, you just never know. Things get hectic. I could get all the kids ready, be ready to go, almost in the car, have Keenan Jr. buckled in and Elijah in his seat, and Kavea tell me she gotta go pee. Or worse, Keenan Jr. take a dump, and now I gotta change his diaper. So the time that you thought that you had, you don't have because of something that happened and you didn't leave 30 minutes or you didn't prepare to leave 30 minutes to give yourself like that leeway time. I don't know. I'll say like it's hectic, but once you get a routine, you get a rhythm, it works, which is why
does it ever start to feel like normal to you? Like,
yeah, I'm about to say, which is why I know a lot of people are like, a lot of people may think that I'm mean now. I'm not mean, but don't interrupt my kids' schedule. I don't like being thrown off schedule. I want my kids in the bed at 8:30. So, because they need to be asleep by 9. Sometimes I have them in the bed by 8 if I want them to sleep by 9:30. Which means no, I don't want nobody yelling, jumping, thumping, running around, trying to get lit, trying to turn up at 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. Like, be quiet. Because once you wake my kids up.
well, let me ask you this, because you said something about the 30 minutes earlier, and I think that's a good practice in general, because people without kids have a horrible sense of time. People with one kid have one easy kid.
Yeah.
The kid could tie their shoes, put their own clothes on, and they still be late. I asked about that because I wondered, you just mentioned about people thinking you're mean. Well, I've been able to watch over the past couple months, watch you get ready sometimes, or just get a glimpse of your getting ready process, right? And no, you my sister, and I can tell you, I don't think you're mean, but also you my little sister, so I don't look at you that way. Even if you're probably mad, I probably won't, I'm not gonna take it serious. I'm just, you know how I am.
Yeah.
So I say that because I wonder if the 30 minutes leaving early also helps you in your mood when you get to where you're going. Because sometimes they do stuff that you don't like. You got Elijah playing around. He not doing what you're telling him to do. Or you told him to put his shoes on 5 minutes ago, it's still not on. So there's certain things you have to like, hey, why it's not on? Why it's not done? You trying to get everything ready. You sergeant, you drill, you doing all this stuff. And then now you find the car you're going, but you had to turn up for the last 7 minutes to make sure you get in the car on time. But now you got that cruise time to get where you're going. Does it ever like affect your mood when you get to your actual destination? Like, because you had to do all that stuff in the house, or do you just kind of calmly come back down to tie?
No, a lot of times it affects my mood. A lot of things affect my mood, actually, especially not being on time is one of those things, or feeling like I got to rush, feeling like stuff is hectic for me. It will ruin my mood. And yeah, sometimes maybe the drive there can kind of mellow it out. But sometimes it don't, because especially if you get there and you still late and I still got to do this and I'm still rushing in, and it's just finally like that adrenaline just kind of slowly winds down. But like you said, I was just constantly worked up for like a long period of time. I'm working on that. I say that. Look, I'm working on that because you could feel it. Like I can feel it. Like I can tell. Like, okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, give me a minute. I even with the kids, I do the same thing. Sometimes I have to do it to Elijah. When we finally get where we going or we in the car, I'll be like, take a deep breath, and I'll be like, okay, I'm sorry I was yelling, but I had to tell you multiple times, like, and it really frustrated me because you didn't, do what I asked you to multiple times. So then, because I laughed because, I told him last year that I was going to work on my screaming.
So who, Elijah?
Yeah. I was like, I really want to work on my yelling. Now, granted, I think it's gotten to a point now where Elijah it don't faze him too much anymore because
Yeah.
I yell a lot. But I be telling him like I don't want to have to yell. Like I don't want to have to yell at y'all. But y'all don't listen. Like I could ask you to do something nicely 2-3 times and you don't do it. So then when I yell, it's just like, I don't know. He just, oh, okay, let me hurry up and do it now. And I'm like, why you couldn't do it when I asked you nicely the last 2 times, bro?
That's Elijah for you though, man. But with the kids, I just wonder because I want like, what is something like? Because we'll get into some meat and potatoes and some stuff, but what is something like me or Dawn? Because we all now together again, which it's been a long time, but because of situations, we all had to come together and be one. What is something that we can do to help? Because the only thing I do sometimes, like if I'm in the driveway, I try to get the kids inside the car. I try to pick them up while you put one in. I'll try to, like hold one or something like that. Because I know it seems like a lot. I mean, I have 2, but don't get me wrong. Like they spread out a little bit.
Yeah.
I never had to carry both at the same time. They're not super close in age to where
They both seem like babies.
Yeah. And then Brooke is me. Like that's to me, that's like mommy say about me, that's Brooke. Like she wasn't a problem, never been a problem, never had any dealings with it. Brooke don't even cry. Like I don't know, she just be chilling.
Yeah.
I got it good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when I see it differently, like even Don, and I can speak on it because he's spoken already, but Don, like, I know he has his own dealings because Michi has autism, so that's another battle in itself. So I get that, that's like having 3 because he's doing 3 different things. But Michi is chill too for the most part, until Don leaves.
I tell people for the most part though, Mitri is growing. He becoming so much more of a chill person.
Yeah.
Like just seeing his little personality just starting to come out. I don't know. It made me just look at him like, wow, man, like you really just becoming like your own little person.
Yeah. I think over time, just talking, like having talks with him and just hugging him and stuff, he's so used to me now. Like he want me to hug him. Like I didn't think we would get there because we see him here and there, and it's a lot of different things they have to do because of autism. Like certain ways, certain protocols we have to do, and certain ways we gotta watch him versus other ones, and separate them when you need to separate them. I didn't think I would get to that point where every time he saw me, he'd be happy to see me, but he'd be ready now. So I'm like, that's a good feeling. It made me think of even with our current situation, that things ain't always what it's going to be in that current time. You know what I'm saying? And if the future holds is better for some things. Progression is near and it's possible.
Yeah, no, I agree. Your original question you had asked, like, what can you and Dawn do? No, I definitely appreciate that. Like when I'm coming and when you coming in and I'm taking the kids out and it's been a hectic morning and you get up, you get one of them in the car seat, I'm like, oh Lord, okay, good. Good thing I ain't have to struggle with both of them this morning because honestly, Kaveh don't like getting in there. Like if I put her in there, she'll start crying. No, I don't want my seatbelt on. No, let me do it. And I'm just like, bro, just get in the car. Like, just get in the car. Just get in the car. Or she'll be like, I don't want to go to daycare.
Hey, Kaveh is you. That's she's little. I'm not gonna lie, she's worse. Like you wasn't that bad.
Exactly.
But she's definitely a replica of you. I remember you were younger. I'm gonna say it because we're on a podcast. I don't care, man. You was mean when you was young. Not to me. That's crazy. I was unsure what kind of friend you were gonna be when you got older. But I do like to see that you are a good friend. I see that clear as day. But when you was young, I was worried. I said, oh, this ain't gonna work. But I be telling people like, your kid could be how they are now. They're young. They don't know no better. They got to go through things. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you don't see it. But you very alpha. You still like that now, but you able to. It's not like you pushing it. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't gonna be. If it's a group of 3 of y'all, you were a leader. You wasn't gonna be a follower. And if it's a follower, it's gonna be conflict. I seen that even when we would get babysat. We would get babysat by older cousins, and you trying to run the show. I'm like, Ty, look. Even me, who I'm in charge of you, I'm telling you, like, look, just stand down. And you don't want to stand down. You're like, look, fuck that. This is our house. Like,
this is not. Like,
Ty, we can't beat them up, baby. Like, let's start. We can't beat them up. But that's always been you. So I always did think that you would like be mean or just. But then you changed. Like you came to yourself. You started to process things around you better, and You became a better person overall. You always were smart, but I'm just like, yeah, your attitude wise, it just changed.
Yeah, you know, personal growth is amazing. I will say that. I say that now. I say that about mentally to myself. I say that all the time. Like I'll see something, especially if I see something somebody typed or wrote on social media, any type of social media, and I don't agree with it or I think it's stupid, and I just scroll past. Oh my gosh, I'd be like, Tarquasia, good for you.
Clap it up for you.
Clap it up for you, because the way I just wanted to go in on this person just now for no reason. Like I'll even look at like my old statuses sometimes and be like, what's wrong with you? Why would you say this? Like, or you know, what made you feel so entitled to type this out and talk to people like this? But it's really just I guess before I used to just genuinely feel like, hey, ain't nobody else gonna say it, I'm gonna say it because it's the truth.
I think it's a character trait of you, and I think that's the difference between you and mommy. I think you caught on to that early on. Like I could still be loud, but be silent. Mommy is not gonna do that.
No.
Right? If she has a different take on anything you're saying, she's what they say, stand on business. She's standing on it
immediately.
Mommy could be wrong, and she will. Because all she gonna start doing is she gonna try to chump you off at that point if I'm wrong. But with you, like, yeah, I think when you were younger, it was part of that. You know, you around your mom, you kind of mimic your mom a lot. You know, I think until you started getting into arguments with her and realized, like, okay, even when she's wrong, she going. And I think subconsciously you don't want to be that person. So sometimes you just fall back, like, you know what? Because sometimes I'm wrong. Sometimes you're wrong. And that's just what it is.
Exactly, and that's fine. You could definitely be wrong. Mommy, I don't even argue with him. I just be like, okay.
You know what's funny? You mentioned Elijah, right? So it's funny you said it. You mentioned Elijah a little minute ago. You was like, and Elijah, everybody that's watching, his oldest child. So you got Elijah, you got Kaveh, then you got Keenan Jr. That's at least the three.
Yeah.
So when you said that, sometimes Elijah, like, the screaming don't bother him. I remember clear as day. I remember the day. I can't tell you the day on the calendar, but I remember that day where I won. I defeated mommy. I won. She came home, and you don't realize that, right? When you're younger, we got these. We was kind of. I ain't gonna lie. We did our thing, but we could have did a little more when we was young. You know what I'm saying? We would play. Be trying to get Don get mad so he can break something in the house.
Yeah.
Be fighting, whatever. Then you know, I come home at 6:30. So about 5:45, we all make up. We try to blitz the house and clean real quick, which is horrible. Sometimes she come home earlier because the train was just had a good day. All right, cool, mommy home. Now she mad because stuff ain't done or whatever happened at work or her and daddy had an issue or whatever, right? So we getting that. And when you're young, you don't realize how it's a pattern, you know what I'm saying? But you don't pick up on that. We could easily just have cleaned the house up and stuff, and that would have helped mommy a little bit, so to not be so mad. Mm-hmm. But when she come in, because you can't get mad at your boss, can't get mad at the people outside world. So the first time you see the bathroom not done or the trash or the dishes, what the fuck y'all been doing all day?
Exactly.
You getting her whole day. It's not that deep, but you getting the whole day. And I see it now. Be parenting, I get it now, right? But I say it to say, you know, we would do things. And we could have did more. So when she did get there, we could have softened that day for her. But us being younger, we just didn't know no better.
Yeah, you don't pay that no attention. I think it's just, I don't know. I feel like we just used to do it. I used to do it because that's what she said to do. Like, my job was the kitchen. I'm cleaning the kitchen. I'm not thinking of it like, oh yeah, I'm cleaning the kitchen. Take one less thing off my mom's plate. Like, you know, she gonna come home. She gonna be chill. Because honestly, I always expected mommy to come home and not be chill. That's mommy.
Yeah.
Like,
so I'm sorry, and I was trying to find out. That's what it's. When I said I won, this is why. She came home one day. I played the game, but I wasn't crazy about playing the game. I'm playing the game, whatever, watching TV, whatever. I don't know. She going back and forth. You know how we go back and forth at the house. Mm-hmm. Just, I'm gonna say bitching, but you know, complaining. I'm like, oh, whatever. So now, you know how everybody get their turn. Uh-huh. So she going back and forth talking to you. Now it's me. And I said today, I said, you know what? It ain't getting to me. I told people when I was young, I said, I tell people when I was younger, it was easy for me to cry when I was younger because it's like, you just get mad. Mommy just scream all day. Like, what you mad about? So you crying because you don't know what you're doing. Like, what did I do? But that's why for so long I couldn't cry. And I don't think I show emotion because I'm like, I never did nothing. So why was I crying for, right? But then this day, I was like, you know what? I ain't crying. Fuck that. I don't care. So she going back and forth, and I just was tuning her out. Like, listen, like I'm listening, but I'm not saying nothing. I'm not giving her no eye contact. I ain't showing no emotion. I ain't doing nothing. and she went back and forth, right? And I know I got to her because she walked by. She was like, and Jermaine, I know you fucking hear me. Da, 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 da. I said, I won, baby. Let's get it. Let's get it. I finally. Let me tell you why I said that, because
Nothing wrong with you.
I said that because after that day, I never had no issues. Like, I just would tune high all the time. And I said, yo, you remember the movie Click? Where like he just sped through the day? I was like, oh shit, I just hit that button. I'm good to go. So when she come with that rah, 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 I'm like, oh, yep, ignore. I'll unmute her when I'm ready to hear what she's saying. So it went from like trying to hide your emotion to pretty much her coming in. She might curse you out. I don't know what she was doing. I wasn't listening. And then I hit play. It's 8 o'clock. Hey, Jermaine, so I was thinking, oh yeah, that's the mom I want to hear. Talk to me nice, baby. Let's get it. You know what I'm saying? But it's just one of them things where it's out of sight, out of mind. Sometimes because you don't react, I realized she stopped even doing that to me after a while. She wouldn't even say that to me no more. So y'all would all be like, you don't say that, Jermaine, you don't say that, Jermaine. Jermaine wasn't listening. Jermaine wasn't hearing that. And if she was, I ain't know. So y'all would say that, but y'all didn't catch on until like later on in life. So
I probably ain't catch on until maybe 2 years ago in
yeah, I
life.
was say yeah, especially you, because you call me, let me talk about your mama. I'm like, she don't understand. I'm telling you.
It's not even that, bro.
You got it. You right. That's it.
No.
That's
She be
it.
wrong. Like, bro, you wrong. Let me show you how. Actually, here, I got proof. Here it go. Like, and she still don't be caring. Like, she still don't care. She still don't listen. It's just like now. So eventually I was just like, you know what? Sure, mom. Actually, yep. You right.
You know how we was younger, we watched that show, we watched a lot of older shows when we was younger, due to, I guess, no cable and stuff like that. But like Facts of Life and stuff like that. Like, I think the key to life is like just learning like how to hit that fast forward button on certain things instead of like making it go in slow mo. Because once you tell somebody they wrong, I feel like you put everything in slow motion. Because now you have to go back and forth about who's wrong, who's right, get the evidence, then see if they even going to accept the evidence. They probably won't. But I realized, even in mommy, when I told her she was right sometimes, she don't want to admit it, but she'll come back and say, oh, and guess what? You was right, da da da. I fucking knew that last Monday. But if you want to tell me 6 months from now, hey, I'm fine with that. Whatever helps for you. Because I've been left that situation. Okay? So, but shout out to moms. But I guess that's a good segue. I want to bring into that though. So I know like a lot of things and just in our life, day to day, kind of changed in December. For me, it started December 1st, but I know for the family, the 6th when daddy passed, and then obviously the 23rd with mommy having a stroke, a lot for 1 month, right? So I knew when we was in the hospital, the first day mommy had a stroke and we both got called back there. I knew that day that I would have to sit down and talk through about everything, processing, because that was a lot of process one day.
Yeah.
Because the crazy thing about with mommy was that literally you were just on the phone the day before that. And I tell people all the time, it's that, I'm mad about it, yes, but it's just the fact that, hell, I know a couple hours ago, we all was just talking.
Like he was just perfectly okay.
And I feel like, you miss clues. So one of the clues I feel like I missed because she didn't come out the room, and that's not like mommy. But she was on the phone. I felt like, no, mom, I love you to death. Long as her mouth is working, like no pun intended now too. As long as she's talking, she's fine. I said, okay, she's fine. She on the phone with Ty. All right, whatever. But just her not coming out the room, I feel like I should have picked up on that, but I didn't. And now it made me think, like, damn, was something wrong then and she just couldn't say I didn't know? Or was something trickling? Or was she getting some kind of damage then and we just didn't know? And her being on the phone, which was the only thing that would make her seem sane or make her seem normal. Because she never did not come out. Even if she come out to smoke, get something to drink, use the bathroom, something. She didn't come out, but I didn't think to be like, let me go in her room. Let me go see if she okay. I mean, I didn't think like that. Let's walk through that. Like, tell me how that day is for you.
Ooh, that's a crazy day. Only because, man, I don't know. Like you said, about like missing signs. It's crazy because the night before, I had just booked her bus ticket, Dawn's bus ticket in the room, but it was like 11 o'clock that night. And I was going to call her back to say, hey, check your email because I sent you the information. But I was like, nah, it's 11 o'clock. She probably sleep. It could probably wait. You know, usually if I call mommy too late, she thinks something happened or something wrong.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was like, it's like, mind you, I remember it was 11:22. I'm like, it's 11:22, and I just don't worry about it, right? I was like, just call her in the morning. Cool. But in the morning, I had went to sleep. Well, I was already asleep. I didn't get up early that morning. I just remember being in my bed and just waking up. And it's so funny because like my first thought at that time was, man, this can't be life because it don't feel real. Because, you know, you got to remember daddy just passed. So I felt like each day I woke up from that day it happened was really on some, this got to be a dream. This can't be real life type stuff. But I'm laying in the bed and I hear Nene, who's my mommy's sister, her older sister, my aunt, she yells from downstairs. And I knew something was wrong because when she yelled from downstairs, she was like, Taquasia, your mother, call your mother. I'm talking to her. She ain't making no sense. And it's just like, I don't know. Immediately, I was just like, something wrong. You talking about you talking to her and she ain't making no sense? Something's wrong. So I video her. Mind you, I talk to mommy every day. I video my mother every day. This is literally since not a day really goes by without me actually videoing her. She speaks to her grandkids every day on video. So I video her, and it's so, I don't know, it just felt so surreal because when she answered the phone, she smiled and everything. She was like, but the words that was trying to come out weren't the words that she thought she was saying. It was just gibberish. But I knew she knew it was me. I knew she was happy to see me because she smiled. But when she started to speak, I was like, what? So then she hung up the phone. So I go downstairs. I'm telling Nene, yeah, something's wrong. Mommy calls me back. She's calling me now. Because I was asking Nene, well, what happened? Nene says, I called her at 7 something this morning. She said, and she wasn't making sense then. She was like, but I just thought she was sleepy. So I said, okay, girl, go back to sleep. I'll call you later. Didn't give mommy a chance to respond to nothing because, you know, somebody kind of mumbling, you thinking, my bad, I disturbed your sleep.
Mommy do that sometimes too. She would do that sometimes.
So Nene says when mommy called her back at 9 something, she realized, okay, no, you're awake. You just not making any sense. So mommy calls me back, and I remember put my face in the camera, and I told her, I'm like, Ma, are you okay? And she kind of gave like a faint smile, and she shook her head no. And I was like, okay. I hung up the phone. I called Dawn. I said, call 911. She's not okay. I don't know what's wrong with her, but she's telling me she's not okay. So you get the ambulance there. Something wrong with her. We don't know what, but and Dawn, of course, Dawn go. I don't want to go in there.
Oh boy, shout out to Dawn, man.
Mind you, I don't think a lot of people, you won't see that because he's 6'3", but like, that's the baby.
Bigger than all of us, taller than us, but
that's
he's
the baby.
Yeah.
He is the baby. He was just like, look, I don't want to have no responsibilities, bro. Like, no, okay.
That's y'all job.
I want one of y'all to handle this. I remember telling him, like, look, you got to go in there. You got to put a towel over her. You need to figure it out because you got to get in there. She's, you don't want her to be by herself. Something wrong, whatever. Yeah. So he does that. I remember I called Keenan's mom because I'm just immediately like thinking, I'm like, oh my gosh, like I'm so far away. Mind you, as soon as I told Dawn call 911, I'm on it. I'm getting the kids ready. Yeah. I'm telling Keenan like, hey, we gotta go to Augusta. Something wrong with my mom. I don't know. let's go. I put on the first thing I find. We left so fast, we didn't even realize Kaveh ain't have no shoes. We ain't nothing. I'm talking about we just literally what we threw on and
That's
we
it.
immediately we driving. We all on the road. Me, Nene, Keenan, Elijah. I called Elijah's dad and I was like, hey, I told him what happened. I'm like, look, if you're gonna come get him, you need to come get him now because I gotta go. And he only stayed about 30 minutes away. So he was like, oh yeah, I'm on the way now. So literally with us leaving, maybe 10 minutes later, he was there. He grabbed Elijah. They left. We on the way to Atlanta. Before I left the house, I called Keenan's mom because I'm thinking of who can get there to help Dawn. He said you was on the way, but I didn't know how far you were. And they live 5 minutes up the street. So I'm like, okay. So I called her. I said, hey, I just really need your help. Could you go over to the house? It's just my little brother there. I don't think he could handle this by himself. So she did. She came over there right away. She let me know like what was going on, what was happening. Okay, cool. Before the doctors even told us, I kind of already knew it was a stroke. And it's just because, you pick up and learn like little things. I learned about, fast for the stroke, like, looking for their face, their speech.
Well, just not to cut you off, but also, I know he passed, but Daddy also had a stroke, so you kind of knew about that because, like I said, Daddy was a seasons guy. When he had his stroke, that was your season. That just was your season. So that's who he was around you a lot, talking to you a lot, communicating to you a lot. So you kind of knew.
I'm just the person that answered the phone. He knew I would answer the phone.
Oh yeah, everybody know don't call me.
He knew I would answer the phone. So yeah, Daddy actually had a stroke while he was driving.
Yeah.
Which totally
helps him more though than anything because then it's an accident. It's a first responder. And you're home in your bed is like
I was about to say now was the difference. He had the accident 1, 2, 3. It was like a bystander. I remember. It's funny because I remember that day too, like it was yesterday. I remember I just get to my apartment, just got off a 10-hour shift. I'm hot, I'm sweaty. I only answered the phone because at that time when I was policing, I answer every number. You just never know who gonna be calling you for what. And this lady is asking for me, and I'm like, okay, and who are you? She's like, yeah, I'm here with your dad. And I'm like, oh, okay. And so she was trying to tell me, she's like, yeah, we're on, I can't remember what the highway she was saying, the 9, 10, the 91, something like that. And I'm like, ma'am, I'm sorry. Where are you? What? I don't know that highway. And she was like, oh, we're in Tennessee. I'm like, bro, you in Tennessee? So I end up talking to the officer, telling him that, listen, I'm an officer too, but I'm just getting off a 10-hour shift. Like, I can't make it to Tennessee, like not right now. But if I'm asleep, if you could take him to the hospital and update me on where he is, I can be there like the next day. So that's what I end up doing, just driving the 4 hours to Tennessee the next day to go get him. Yeah,
that's a lot. But that's kind of how you also, you knew about stroke symptoms and things that show signs of that. To kind of put it in perspective of, because you said like, yo, when you got it. So when I got the call, I got a call from Nisi first. I had 2 missed calls. I was in Target trying to do it's 23rd.
Yeah, it's
so I'm
Christmas
doing
time.
my last minute shopping. Now, mind you, I had just switched companies. So I had just been at a new company that I'm working at for like that week. I had just told him, I said, you know what? I'll work Saturday. So I only was at Target because I was going to go from Target straight over there to where I was working at and go to work. Didn't feel bad at all though. But I'm saying like I was over there and then when he called, I'm like, oh, okay, well I guess I ain't going to work today. I actually, I was in line when I called him. So I bought the stuff. I told Don, I said, I'm on the way. He said, Todd said, call 911. I said, hey, I'm on the way. Give me a second, let me come.
Yeah, I told him.
So then
I don't care what Jermaine said. You call 911.
That's probably what happened because he called me back again. He said, what you want me to do? I'm like, bro, it's been 6 minutes, but go ahead and call because I was thinking in my mind, I said, well, if she talking like that, then something, just go ahead and do it. I'll be there before them anyway. So when I got there, similar to what you said, Don wasn't really trying to be in the room. So he was there, but he was like, and Don, I got to give Don credit because like him being a baby, especially being a mama's boy, he showed a lot of like strength. I was kind of scared thinking that I was gonna have to be too strong for him, And I was like, because it's been a long time since I seen Don cry. He keep everything, but like we all do, we keep balled in. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, I have to be ready if just in case he start to cry or he get upset. Because I remember years ago, y'all probably remember. I don't know if y'all do remember, but years ago, I had been 13 at the time, 12, something like that. I had got a call. We had a call. It's a home phone. So we got a call on the home phone. And it's somebody say, hey, and it's Jermaine. So I'm like, hey, this is me. What's up? Like, no, do you know Jermaine Coleman? I said, that's my dad. Okay, where your mom? I said, well, she's not here right now. I'm in charge. What's going on? And then it was on, y'all was right next to me. I don't know why I was up under my ass, but y'all was right there. And the guy goes, well, we just found your dad on the side of the road. And y'all just start going, y'all just start crying. You and Don just start crying. Cause I said, hey, I put the phone. I said, hey, they found down in the side of the road. I have a weird way of getting news out to y'all sometimes. I don't know why. Because I don't remember 10 years before that when Dad left. I was 7. You had to have been like 5 or something like that. I don't even remember. I came to the back and was like, Ty, Daddy leaving.
Yeah, I remember.
And
that.
I just left you. Like, I remember Nick was like,
that.
Jermaine, why would you tell her that? I'm like, I'm 7. I don't know. I feel like that's her dad too. She needs to know that he leaving. Okay, he packing stuff up very aggressively. This man is leaving. I'm just letting her know, hey, your pop's gone. So you want to come in here with me so we can like keep him staying? Anyway, so the guy said, hey, whatever. Y'all started crying. So we all hugged and stuff like that. And then that was fine, Anyway, so we fast forward to today. So because we didn't even speak like that until the ambulance got there. We called everybody but each other, which I thought was really crazy, but it makes sense because we just know each other. So let's get.
Yeah.
It's almost like we did teamwork without doing teamwork, without actually saying, hey, you take this, I take that. We just kind of took whatever. And then, so for me, what I can say is when I was there, it was super hard to like not get emotional because like the mom we know, she always talking. So when I got in there and I said, hey, Ma, I remember, and she had bed on the floor for whatever reason. I don't know why she did that, but she did it. And I said, hey, Ma, what's up? You okay? And then it's like you get a crooked smile. Like just one side went up. It's like, I never forget it, just how I looked. It's like almost, it was like, no, but she's smiling.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I was like, shit. And I kind of smiled, like, you okay? But I could feel myself about to cry. I just didn't want to. I said, you okay? Again, she was like, she just started shaking back and forth a little bit. I was like, oh, okay. So, hey, Dawn, I just looked up for a little while so I can gather myself. I talked to Dawn so I wouldn't like crack, my voice wouldn't crack, nothing like that. I was like, all right, Dawn. I said, yeah, I think she's having a stroke. So let's wait till the people get here. And I don't know, like, I felt like I snapped my fingers and I don't know if people was just there. I don't know, it was a time lapse. I don't know if I just looked at her for 10 minutes. I really couldn't tell you. All I know was after I said that, not even like 4 minutes, I had like 2 people in the room, and 4 minutes, 8 people were there. At one point, it was like 10 of them. I got it all on video because something told me to record. I don't know, someone said record this. I'm thinking because they drop or whatever. I just want, and my mom, I'm like, and it's just my way of thinking, Even though in the moment, I'm like, what the fuck? Because I'm like, I just lost, like, so I ain't gonna say lost, but, I just lost pretty much 9 years or something somewhere else. All right, whatever, cool. I'll re-get that back. Then I'm like, okay, well, Daddy. But then I'm like, you know what? I'm strong. He want me to be strong, so it's cool. It was like, Mom, like, all right, now, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
I was like, hey, after this, I'm done. Like, I'm done.
Bro.
I'm done. I can't. I could do a lot. I can't do that. So it was kind of hard, like, being in a room, like, but because Dawn is there, it's helping because I'm like, all right, well, because you have to be strong for somebody else, it's like I felt like I was good. And so when they got her, I just remember everything. It's like I feel like it's a slow-mo. I feel like people got there. I remember them. And they weren't being rude. They wasn't, but they're like, she's been here for a while. She's in the bathroom. And I knew it smelled, but like because it was a bigger picture of what I had to do with like making sure she was okay, I didn't care about the smell. I'm just like, who is this person on this bed that's in my mother's body? You know what I'm saying? And so I'm looking, and they, they doing their stuff, and they're like, all right, we're gonna have to get her on the sheet. And the thing that hurt me the most, I haven't watched that video at all. I never watched the video at all. I don't know how long, I just never watched it. But the thing that got me the most was it's a point in there where, or a point in the time, whatever, where I could just tell she's scared. She don't know what the fuck is going on. And not only that, and no disrespect to nobody race, but she see these white people in the room like, what are y'all doing? Because she's looking like, and like
Don't
wanting to,
touch me.
like don't, but she can't move. And I remember her like, it's mommy now. This is Tanya Renee Bradley now. This is mommy. Don't be crying. At least not. I mean, I have seen her tear up. Never seen her cry in my life.
You remember that time she stabbed herself in
that's
the
the only
hand?
time. That's the only time. I tell you about that.
Only time we ever
trying to make us
seen her cry.
hamburgers. She stabbed herself in the hand. She was crying.
We ran so quick to get Russell.
Yeah, and he got her right. The alcohol didn't, but I never seen her cry. That's the only time. So one more time, I did get in trouble, and I don't know if y'all know about it, but I got in trouble with that gang stuff when I was younger.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I was telling little Gray the other day, I was like, yo, I was bad for a little while, and I was younger. My mom got mad at me, and I had never seen her cry. And I remember we was walking home from school, even though I still didn't do nothing to me, but whatever. We walking home from school because she thought I wasn't a part of something that I was. And she turned around and she walked back to me and she was like, give me my key, I don't trust you. But I could see tears in her eyes. And I was like, damn, that hurt. That hurt more than the damn punishment. I was like, just hurting her like that, Because mommy don't cry. And so, and she got a lot of reasons to, but she don't. And so I said to say, it was like, she knew she couldn't do nothing. Like, she can't tell them don't touch me. She can't talk. And she can't push them off because she can't do anything. And I think it was like, I never seen her in all her life. We done lost stuff. We done not had the money for certain things. Then not had this. Then doors done closed on her. She done messed up this for herself. Or all these things that she done did. I never seen her look defeated until that moment. It's like, she just started crying. And I was like, damn. And I felt bad because it was like crying, like shaking, like type stuff. I'm like, fuck. And I kind of walked in the room a little bit because they had to put the sheet on, take it off the bed on the sheet, and then put it on, out the whole house in the sheet. They all had to grab in the sheet at the house. I'm like, damn, is she dying? Like, this is like, 'cause I'm thinking about the last time somebody got put on the sheet and it was grandma and she was gone. I'm like, fuck, this is, and I kept thinking to myself like, damn, did I do something wrong to somebody or something like that? Like, cause like, wow, this happening out of nowhere. So, when they got to the outside the door, they put it in on the gurney or whatever you call it, and then they was putting her in a thing, and then the neighbor was there, so he came over, and I couldn't even. I'm like, it was just poor. I love him. I don't love him, but he good guy, But I know he mean well. I'm like, bro, not right now. I can't even talk to you. I'm gonna cry if I start talking. I couldn't speak. And so I got through it. I told him what was going on. He said, "Are we gonna pray for you?" I'm like, I don't want to say that time. I'm like, come on, I got you. Let's do it. He did it. But I remember, just like with Daddy, when the first person I called Skinny. I'm like, hey, what's up? Like, cause I feel like I can get it out to him. I won't cry, but I won't get judged, cause Skinny. And I kind of told him, I know he was just like, fuck, like, damn, you call me twice as much. Every time you call me something, I said, bro, I don't know what the fuck going on, bro, but shit is just not, this ain't it. Like,
it's
but you got kids, we got each other. It's like, you just feel like, yo, like, is this, like, what I need to do? Cause this never happened before.
It's funny because I said the same thing. I said the same thing to my friends. I was like, man, I ain't even want to put it in a group chat. Because the last thing I put in the group chat was some bad news.
Yeah.
I ain't want to put this in a group chat again, but really, I couldn't even. That was it. I put it in the group chat, and that was it. And I asked one of my friends in the group chat to tell my other friend. I was like, because I know her, and I know she going to want to ask me too many questions right now, and I can't do it. I can't. I can't even talk.
The thing I think the best part of that day, honestly, and what's really sad about it, I'm glad I'm doing this with you right here, too, because Mommy Cap, I hate to be that conspiracy person or that person that say, oh, you know how to do this, you guys. I don't think we saying to just, if your family did you wrong, just forgive them. I ain't that person. If you want to do what you want to do, but I'm going to tell you time is not on your side. But what I will say is, Mommy kept saying, Jermaine, call Ty. How Mommy, she ain't going to tell our business unless she just really have to. But most times she's going to say, well, call your brother. That means that it's something that we need to know.
Yeah.
Hey, call Ty. She kept saying, well, Ty want to see, and then you kept posting and like, I miss you, I miss you, I miss you, and that was messing with me the whole time. 'Cause I'm like, damn, like, I feel like is that because we didn't like maybe we didn't like align time to actually like see does this reason it happen because it's like they say God will sit you down or they'll make sure this happened. Is that their way of making sure it happened? Like, cause I would have just drove to Atlanta. I would have just drove to Atlanta.
It's funny because I was thinking that too the other day, just being here, like you said, us all like being together again. It's been such a long time, and then like I said, just gotta kind of take your little blessings as you get them, because that is a little blessing. Because literally before this, I was just saying like, dang man, I feel like I never get to see my brothers, because I feel like every time I would come to Augusta,
I'm
it
working.
only be for a day. You working or you not at the house, and by the time I'm gonna leave or oh well, I'm gonna be going later,
We got
we don't
that
even
hour.
see each other.
Got that hour just to try to tell all the stories, but we got to keep cutting each other off, and we
Or
can't get our story out.
Or it's really like a high and by kind of thing. Or like even Dawn, like Dawn, hey, I'm here. I want to see you. He comes 6 hours later. I'm like, bro, I'm actually about to go. I told you I was here 6 hours ago.
Yeah.
So now I just be like, hey man, I guess we just taking it how.
And so I think when I thought about the most was like, you saying, I miss you, I miss you. You posted on my status a lot too. Anytime I post something, hey, I never do, I miss you. I want to see you. I was like, damn, like, I'm going to see you now. But, this ain't even the one to see we was wanting to see. You know what I'm saying? Like, we wanted to chill and laugh.
Yeah.
Like, this ain't no laughing. We tried our best, but I think, and I say it just because, we were here talking about it. I think the peak for me, was the first day to me. Like, I peaked because I felt like after that it just was what it was. We just had to buckle down and do what we had to do. But the first day, because, we both went back there and had to answer some questions, something like that. And I remember like sitting down, and I know the lady was just doing her job. I know she had to do her job. And I really feel bad because I was getting mad at her. I'm like, why you asking me this? Like, you honestly about to die, nigga. Like, but you really don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know because nothing came back yet. No tests come back yet. We don't know if she coming or going. We don't know nothing. We just know it was a stroke. We don't know how severe it was. We could tell, but we don't know how severe it was. I remember her asked you a question. I can't remember exactly what the question was, but it was something about if something happened.
She asked me, was mommy a DNR? It stands for do not resuscitate. Meaning if her heart stops or she stops breathing, did we want them to do electrical shock, give her mouth to mouth, and try to bring her back to life? And immediately, I'll cry.
Well, that's the thing. Like, it's and I wish, I don't want to camera for this film, but if you can, when I picture in my mind, it's like, once she asked you, it's like you can feel it and hear it. I felt like everything in you just sink.
Because it was just like, damn, this shit is real.
But
like, man, and it's not even that, right? Not even about it being real. It's about, I knew what the answer was. Mommy always told me, no, she's a do not, she don't want that. If it's her time to go, it's her time to go, and let it be that. And I'm just sitting here thinking like, no, bro, like, I can't do that. Not today. That's not fair, Ma. You can't ask me to do, like, this is me and my mom going back and forth with her. Like, bro, you can't ask me to do that. Not today. Like, Ma, you can't do this to me, bro. No, they gotta save you. But at the same time, it's like, man, when you know somebody wishes, who am I to go against what me and you done already talked about? And you done already made clear this what you want.
And, even when I say I felt this sink, how like time will slow down, like I felt like that was like a 2-second thing, but I felt like so much happened in that 2 seconds. I felt like everything you just said, I felt like I felt it because I felt like you battled with saying yes or no in your mind first. And you was like, nah, I ain't gonna do it because, you know what I'm saying? But I felt like you were kind of like, oh, y'all better.
Yeah.
I felt like I could hear you thinking that, but I also felt the defeat. I'll talk about again. Like I put you up there with grandma, with mommy, Nene. I always say like the women that I know in my life, like, yeah, I'm not saying you're not emotional, but like far as the showing the weakness of the crying, it's not a thing. Like you younger than me, so you my baby sister, so you crying is different. But even as an adult, like the most thing happen, your nose get red. That's it. Don't know why. You black, your nose get red, but it happens. But that's it. As I know you upset. But most part, you battle through whatever. you just remind me of mommy. Like you probably do it in a smoother fashion, but it's less rough. Mommy's rough, you know what I'm saying? But you're gonna do it smooth fashion. Go ahead. So I think about it. I felt like a kid again. 'Cause I don't think I ever had to hug you. Because when you were younger, I did that a lot because you cry a lot when you're young. I would have to hug you. All right, don't cry. It's okay. Cool. That was the first time in a long time that I was sitting down when she asked her that question. So I had to get up, hug you, like before you. It's almost like I felt like you were gonna fall if I didn't hug you. You know, almost like we just kind of like merged together. And I remember like finally able to get a tear out because you weren't looking at me. You know what I'm saying? I like to, if I'm gonna cry, I like somebody not to look at me. So I'm like, let me hold her a little longer so this tear could dry out so she don't think I'm crying. You know what I'm saying? So that was the peak for me. I was like, all right, we got through that point. We be all right. Like just knowing that, you know, because I always look at it like, I tell people all the time, I'm the oldest, Don the baby, you the middle. Like I tell the girls all the time, I tell everybody that it's not a secret to me. Once I knew it, I kind of always said, I said, well, that's the general right there. Like I might be the strongest, like physically, but I'm telling you, that's the general. Like if I'm the type of person, even like I think, like with my girls, I'm like I feel like if it's something like I got the money or something like that, I'm like, well, what we doing? Just let me know what we doing. We go from there. Now, am I gonna take control of something? I am. I'm not gonna lie. I gotta be in control, but I know like having the dynamic we have, I know what kind of woman I would need because you gonna need a general. I don't do the general stuff. I just do the stuff like the money. I could bring that in. Okay, cool. Lift that. I could lift that. But you want to make this. I'm already a Libra. I don't make decisions. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, I'm gonna let you make a decision, and I'm gonna trust your judgment. I'm gonna find somebody I trust to make decisions, and I'm good to go. That's the balance I need. You know, I can handle the rest. And you was kind of like not saying vice versa, but it's kind of like that. Even though you kind of do everything yourself, which is a gift and a curse. I'm pretty sure, but in the same breath, if you could find somebody to do other stuff, you make decisions. You fine with that. I not make decisions. Todd, you not make decisions. You good. I can control this. You got the bread. You got the strength. You got all right, good. And you kind of go from there. But that moment, I was like, all right, we good because I got it now. If I have to work extra harder, cool. I just start making more money. I'll do some stuff on the side. I started producing a little bit. So I said, well, the money probably fine. I got decision making here now. I'm good. We good to go.
Yeah.
So I just knew then. I was like, we be all right. And then like it was a little process of obviously the next 2 weeks. It seems so quick now, even though we not nowhere near where she need to be at. We close, getting closer. But it seemed like so long ago then. All them trips to the hospital every day, all the trips to the rehab every day, not knowing whether she's gonna be in a good mood or bad mood every day, not knowing what to say around her every day. And then mind you, out of all this time we talking, our dad died. We got to go to New York in a couple of days. We got to leave our, alive mom alone. Well, not alone because Nene stayed. And shout out to Nene. We got to get, first of all, man, let me clap it up. First of all, because, it's a lot to say about family, man. And I always love Nene. I always have respect for her. And she know I love her to death, like a mom. Just always like my mom. But it was just something to be said about the fact that mommy had that stroke December 23rd. I don't think they knew back home till February.
Yep. Gave up 2 months of her life. Never went back home to get more clothes, she did not leave her sister's side from the day it happened. Didn't
complain. And then also still allow us to like she was like, hey, just go out, go eat. Like, go, I'm good. Just bring me back something. Like, she even being uncomfortable in the hospital. I know how them beds be. I had 2 kids. I know how it is. I hated it. You know what I'm saying? Just the support from her alone was just you can't really repay that back. That's the definition. When somebody said it was family, that's what I think about. I don't think about financial. I don't think about all the hugs. I don't think about the kisses. I think about you need me. My life is stopping. I'm gonna figure it out, but I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna let you know I'm here with you. And I don't think I've ever seen like a display like that my whole life. We even had to happen. And you had to have it happen, thank God. But she needed me to gain any for, but you just gain. Like, how do you gain more respect for somebody you respect wholeheartedly already? You know
just
what I'm saying?
So much more, because then you just realize, like, listen, if you ain't coming like she coming, I don't want it.
Ooh, I'm trying to tell you, bro.
I don't have a sister, but if I had one, If you're not coming like she coming, like I don't want it. And no offense to anybody, but it seemed like it's a lot of people that said, "Oh, I want to come visit. I would, I could."
Yeah.
She never played. She never did nothing like that. It was something wrong. She could have just said, "All right, Todd, just go. Let me know what they say when you get there."
Yep.
No,
Yep.
she was. I packed my suitcase. I'm in the car. Let's go. I'm staying. I got everything I need to stay at the hospital.
Working.
Y'all go to New York. Yeah, I got it. Exactly. Call a job. Hey, something going on with my family.
Well,
I be in when I be in.
She probably won't want me to say it, but I'm gonna say it anyway because I'm big on transparency. I don't care about it. Most part, I always take care of myself. I'll be good. I remember thinking I wasn't gonna go. I was like, I ain't gonna go. And honestly to me, because I ain't saying I made my peace with it, but I felt like I just felt like somebody had to be with mommy. And then I also felt like the financial side of it, like, damn, I'm gonna be spending all this money. It was worth it, don't get me wrong. I'm like, damn, I'm spending all this money just, just to see my dad go. It's just, she called, she was like, yeah, I got $1,200 for you. You gonna go. She's like, even if I don't care, I'll pay for it. I want you to go because this is something you ain't gonna want to miss. I want you to regret later on. And Nene got a way of like saying do something in a nice way, but kind of like, hey,
it's not optional.
It's not. You don't have an option. But I loved it because she was like, it's not alone. It's just me giving it to you. I want you to go. Take them girls up there because you may not never go back.
Yeah.
And I respected that. Like just her help through the whole process of she made that whole. I mean, you as well, but I'm saying she made the whole situation a lot lighter for us than it could have been.
Because without her,
it would have been tough.
Even
so
getting all the bills together, and I laugh
Yeah.
because mommy always say I act just like Nene, and I do.
Yeah, y'all twins.
How she typed it out, hey, I got everything. This is it. And I remember telling somebody like, man, my aunt paid all the bills. I'm so glad because that's the last thing I was thinking about.
Not for real.
I'm talking about 10,000 other things on my mind. Not one time did pay the bills.
The crazy thing is, I'm there and I'm helping mine pay them, and I'm just giving her I don't know what's going to where. And how mommy is. Sometimes she might pay, she might not. Mommy doing her own things. I'm like, look, I'm just giving you this. So now it was like where, okay, this is what we pay. Okay, it's a little less than what she was saying, but I can take the rest of it. Okay, cool. But yeah, that spreadsheet would helped know what stuff was going, to bring some order to what we doing. But I think that like I said, she just played a huge role, and I would be remiss to talk about this without ever mentioning her, because that was even y'all coming down here. You know what I'm saying? She came down with y'all like, hey, y'all go back and get that. I'm gonna be here. Like she just really stopped everything and was like, I'm here.
Yeah, whatever y'all need, just
updates. I mean, the text is update.
And that's another thing I told her. Like, just she do things like she a very selfless person. A lot of people say what they want. They say that, she was mean growing up and this is that. I don't know how she was growing up, right? I wasn't there for that. But how she is now, very much a selfless person. She will always, she love you. She care about you. She wants you to win at life and experience things. She always put herself last for you.
Y'all really might be twins then. Because she was me when she was younger and she's not selfless now. You the same way. So y'all might be more alike than y'all think. But I always said that though. I don't think me. I just say that stern.
Yeah.
No funny business. The goal is not to be the cool auntie. It's to be the auntie that you gonna learn how to navigate life through. Like I'm gonna teach you how to navigate through life. Like people don't like that because navigating through life is not easy.
Yeah.
And they want easy. Easy is like, oh, you 17, but you wanna smoke a little weed, you want a little drink?
Yeah,
here you go.
Okay, yeah.
Nah, you 17, you got a 401k, you got money. That's needy for you. Like
5-year plan.
I'm trying to tell you, what's your savings like? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, are you putting $5 out to the side? Like, what you got going?
I'm not doing nothing.
And then 10 years later, you wonder why you in a rut because you were listening to her when you were 17. But she that person. I think of soulful sometimes. Why soulful, right? Now, of course, the sexual husband, I don't know what the family got going on, so I don't think we have that too much, hopefully, thank God. But I do look at her as, wasn't Lynn? What's her name?
No, Terry.
Terry, I'm sorry. Lynn was the dude, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Terry. it's easy for me to see how she wasn't the villain in the movie because I always compare her to Nene, and I always feel like a lot of time when you financially responsible and you got a financial literacy and others don't, it's already a miscommunication there because
Yeah.
you speak a language they don't know.
Yeah, they don't understand.
So it's like, imagine I'm talking to you in Spanish and you speak in English. You like, yo, leave me the fuck alone. What are you talking about? Because I'm telling you to save this and do that. It sounds foreign to you because you like, I got $10. I'm spending 12.
Exactly.
And she like, you got $10, you negative 22. You need to
Yeah.
take that and do it. So, and I get it. And that's neat, but I like that because it helps you with like, you need that. I'm cool having a cool auntie. That's cool too. That's nice. That's cute. When I want to party, I'm gonna call you. But I have to live life. Nene, what I need to do.
Nene, what I need. I'm trying to buy this. They sent me this in the mail. What
know-
do you think about this bank?
I always tell a story, but I tell a story when I got a car one time. Got it from Drive Time. Didn't know no better, bro. I wanted a car. You know how you just want something. I'm excited. I called Nene like, Nene, I got this. I got a Toyota Camry. It's a 2011. Da 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 da. Okay. She happy. We talking. I'm driving it. Driving to the girl. I'm about to show Brooke because I only had Brooke at the time. I'm about to show Brooke. So I pull up. She's like, oh yeah, real quick. What's the interest on there? I said, hold on, let me get the packet. Go to it's time one. All right, look, I don't know. Let me get the packet. So I go, oh, it's whatever it is. She said, oh, okay, yeah. So look, take it back tomorrow. Okay? You're gonna take it back tomorrow, and we're gonna start over. I was like, why I do that? She's like, listen. And she went in this whole spiel about how, you gonna be paying double, this, that,
Yep.
that. And you know what I mean? When I get mad, I get quiet. I'm just quiet. She was like,
bro, I just got this new car, bro. Like, what?
she like, and I know you don't want to hear this. I get it. But trust me, you're gonna thank me later, da 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 da. Wasn't mad, because I understand it already. But when I talk about that cool auntie versus the auntie that's going to help you in life, I called you the next day. You military at the time. I never know what you, military, not military, who knows? You're the most militant, unmilitant person I know, but it's all good. Anyway, I call you, you got name federal. I get name federal, I get on there because of you. I call them, want to get call on, approve. I'm paying way less money and the car paid off. It just was like, damn, all because she was okay with not being the cool auntie
So,
at
listen,
that moment.
Not to burst your bubble, but yeah, we not doing that. Take it back.
I was hurt. And I drive time to keep it for 4 days. 5 days, I mean. I kept it all 5. Took it back at 12 days. Said, yeah, give me a refund. I gave y'all cash. I want my cash back. They were super pissed, but hey, it's what it is. So, yeah, shout out to Nene, man. But aside from that, I don't want to talk too much about it, but I just want to kind of close with a lot of stuff here. But like mentally, like where are you at? And I want to know where you at. I talk to you because the general, right? When Nene leave, you kind of take over most things. Like we help here, we do this, that, and third with the stuff we can do. But for the most part, if it's a pie chart, it's 60% it's tie. You know what I'm saying? And then me and Don do the rest. I got more than Don, though, thank God, but still. that's my boy. I love Don to death. Shout out to Don, you know what I'm saying? Don, he's still a baby. He can come home and say, Ma, look what this what happened, and it just lighten her day.
Yeah.
It's insane to me
gotta do
because
nothing.
I'm trying to tell you, like, Ma, you wasn't happy when I got you to the bathroom? You wasn't happy when I came in and you were trying to walk and you almost fell? But he tell you that she just smiled. Oh my God, really? Ma, what? But I get it.
I will say that's crazy because I think it's like very different. I think, I don't know, like it's probably because I'm there all the time. Like it's usually just me and her, especially when y'all not there or even when the kids not there. Like she always got attitude with me every day. I be like, hey bro, I don't care no more. I don't care. I probably say maybe like 2-3 weeks ago, it was really bothering me. I'm like, bro, I'm helping you every day. Like you really got nerve to have an attitude with me? With me? The nigga that's helping you every day. But
I know the feeling.
I be telling people like, man, trying to look at it from her eyes, I know she don't mean to have an attitude with me every day. So I don't take it personal. As much as it's hard not to, because, that is my mother and I want her to treat me like she my mother. I also understand she's going through something that I can't even begin to understand. It's like she just woke up one day and her entire life changed. Not in the same way that I woke up one day and my entire life changed. Like I could still get up, I could walk, I could talk, I could still do
Communicate,
things
yeah.
for myself. She can't. She cannot move. She cannot talk. She can't communicate. It's probably so frustrating for her to want something so simple but not be able to tell us. I know it's frustrating for her to want to get up in the kitchen and cook and do whatever she want to do, but she just physically can't. So I get it. So a couple weeks ago, I was just like, listen, just, it ain't you, bro. It's not you. Like, she not mad at you. I'm sure she's mad at life, at like
Yeah.
the situation. So I get it. And I tell everybody, you know, I don't really find a lot of time to like feel bad or sorry for myself. Like, cause you know, sometimes I do just have to sit back and think like, oh my gosh, like December changed everything. I had to pick up, I had to move. I don't really have it all figured out yet. But to really just sit there and think about everything my mom is going through is just like, hey, bro, your stuff not that bad. Understand that your stuff not that. It's don't get me wrong, it's bad, but it's not that bad. So every day I just still try to have a good attitude, try to have a smile because I want her to have a good attitude and her to have a good day. I was saying the other day, I don't think people even realize that it's so hard to have good days when she don't have. If she wake up and she not having a good day, it's so hard for me to continue to have a
Yeah.
good day for the rest of the day. Because, and I'll be telling people, like, I could wake up in a great mood, but if her mood is not good, if she wake up and she weak or she's crying, then like immediately, like my day is like, damn, it's down here now.
That is one thing. I seen, like we mentioned that she don't cry, and I think I've seen her cry more times since the stroke.
Than I ever see her cry in her life.
And that's I can even add other people in there and combine them as a as our in our immediate family. And I'm like, damn. And sometimes a simple hug will help her a little bit. Like she'll come back. And then I get the pen, if it's me, she kind of she'll stop quicker. She might maybe cry a little more. Y'all got more of like the emotional connection too. She probably don't do it in front of Dawn as often. She probably do it, but not as often.
Yeah.
I think it's just one of the things you just know your kids. You know who you can, who you can't. I didn't tell you, but when we went to IHOP with her friends that day, like she almost didn't go. Like she got to the door, and there was that step that needed to, and she just started crying. I'm like, oh. And I remember, shout out to Gabriel and the friends. Shout out to them too. I have to shout them out because that's dope, man. Like to let me clap. I don't want to be biased. Let me clap for them too. For them to, I know that felt nostalgic for her to see her friends that she used to run the streets with and do all this stuff and be cool with, to come and visit her. I know that meant a lot to her. And then for them to, like, if you was in that room just seeing them, they didn't make her feel uncomfortable.
Nope.
They helped with everything. They didn't care bathroom. They was us. It was like and I had to realize that they was friends for a long time.
Like we done seen
I
you, girl.
forgot
We
them.
know you, like
And so shout out to them for doing that. 'Cause I know that helped out a lot just to go out. And then that also prompted me to start saying, I want to take her out now. Clean my car out. It's you do the same thing. You just take her somewhere to make her not feel like she cramped in the house all the time. But I want to expound on what you're saying about the whole, she got it worse than you, this, that, third. I remember having a thinking aloud where I talked about that. I was like, I had seen something somewhere. Somebody said, sometimes you think you're going through something, you think shit is bad, but it's somebody out there that'll pick your problems up if they could put theirs down. And the problem I think I have, I'm pretty sure the problem you think you have, I'm not putting them down to pick up mommy problems. Like,
Nope.
you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna have to deal with mine because I can talk something out. I can walk back and forth. I can run to the car. I can tell somebody I need this. And it make you even think about the stuff that pride get in your way when you like, I'm not asking for that. I'm not asking for that. But guess what? It's somebody that don't have a pride issue that can't ask for nothing. She can't even talk proper right now. You know what I'm saying? But here you are, can use your words. You can you just choose not to be verbal, and somebody that could do it can't do it. But you think pride in your way, and I'm not gonna ask, I'm not doing that. I feel this ego. It make you think of like, damn, some stuff really it really do be that deep.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not that deep. No, it is. Because there's somebody out there. There's somebody out there that wants to do what you can do, and you choose not to do it because it's ego and pride or whatever reason. So it makes you just appreciate life a little bit too. So not that we didn't do it before, but it does make you look at things differently. Then, like I said, how things happen for us was just so boom, 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 boom. I don't know. I think we handle it well. I think people know us. We not a family that's known for like whining and being miserable. We always like life of things.
Well, that's the crazy thing is a lot of people like have told me that like you so strong, like you got this. I remember like saying for the whole month of January, even some of February, like bro, I don't want to be strong. Please stop telling me that. I don't want to be weak. Help me. I don't know how you can help me, but help me, bro, because I'm struggling every day.
You're so strong. Don't think that.
Yes, please.
Don't think that, please.
No. I am very, very like, but I get it because I feel like, and I told somebody this, maybe I'm just presenting myself as if don't nothing faze me.
You got to.
That is not the truth. There are a lot of things that phases me, but it's gonna sound cliche, but I just handle it in the gym. A lot of times, like people see me in the gym, it's 10, 11 o'clock at night. It's because it was a long day and I needed to get this release out. Like I don't drink too heavy. I don't smoke. I didn't really want to deal with grief or my problems that way. So I just start going to the gym more, trying to kind of deal with all these everyday changes of life.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just get my workout in. Hey, even if I could just go for like 30 minutes, do a 30-minute workout, even if I could go for an hour, let me just go ahead and get my workout in. Let me just go ahead, because mentally it's a lot. It's really a lot, only because everything in life come full circle, Yeah. It's like everything that mommy used to do for me as a child, I do for her now.
Mm.
And I know she don't like it because she want to be able to do it for herself, but she can't.
Yeah.
And I, always explain to her, I remember telling her in the bathroom the other day, hey, if you can't be vulnerable with me, who can you be vulnerable with? It's me. Like, It's me. It's your daughter. The only one you got. If you can't let me see you like this, right? Who would you rather be? Some stranger in here with you? And I told her, I tell her all the time, like, every day not gonna be a good day. I know that. We know that. Let's move forward. So there's nothing that I feel like, oh, I'm not doing that. No, because when you birthed me and I was here, I'm sure it was plenty of times you didn't want to do something, but you kind of got to because you're my mother. I was like, well, so again, I tell people like, man, life really come full circle. It's funny because I was gonna post on Facebook the other day that like my mother is really the true definition of how you parent your kids will come back to you.
Mm.
Because there's really nothing I wouldn't do for that lady, because it was nothing that she wouldn't do for me. And it's not just money. I'm talking time. I'm talking patience. I'm talking love.
Things you don't want to do. Things you wouldn't normally want to do.
Things, it doesn't matter. And if you parent your kids in the right way, if you ever need them in that capacity, they wouldn't hesitate. Because none of us hesitated when it's like, okay, this was going on. This is what we got to do. I don't know. I tell people we different. Like we ain't argue about nothing.
Nothing
we ain't.
At all.
We don't. It's nothing like that. It's just like, hey, so what we doing?
I'm talking like even the simplest things. Like, I mean, we double buying food, not even getting mad. Like, you know what? We're gonna use that later.
Yeah.
We bringing stuff like.
About this for dinner. Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Like it just was a no brainer. It was just we moved so much, like, so militant at that moment. Like it was just like everything was just falling in line without us having to say, do this, do that, do that. It's something simple. Hey, who out there? The kids with you? Or they got something? They want what they want to eat. Okay, cool. 2 places. We go here. It just was a continuance of the selflessness all throughout all of us. But yeah, I mean, a lot of stuff you're saying too. You think about to my full circle. I know that mommy vented to you a lot when she was taking care of grandma as well. So some of the stuff you already knew was coming. So it's almost like, how stuff, like I think stuff in life sets you up. They always say some things gotta happen so other things can happen. So if this is gonna happen, it kind of like helped that mommy did what she did with grandma and then vented to you so you know what to expect. Because everything that you going through, I went through with grandma. She don't want to do this. You know how she is. She don't want to do this. She got an attitude today. Oh, and everything you saying, it sounds just like mommy and grandma.
Yeah, and
Only exception is y'all relationship is just different than theirs,
yeah.
which all come from the parenting.
But
It
like
come
I
from
tell
full circle.
mommy, don't make me know them. I call her little Roof in the morning all the time. Like, you act just like your mother, but the only difference between me and you, I don't care.
Yeah.
You gonna do what I say because I'm not telling you nothing wrong. I would never tell you nothing wrong. I'm not trying to just boss you around for the sake of bossing you around. Like, mom, trying to help you. Trust me, I got it. And so sometimes when we do certain stuff or I do something, she's like, oh, okay. Like she understand. Because sometimes when I'm trying to explain it, she don't get it.
And I ain't gonna lie, I love my role in life. I think in life in general, I've always been able to coast with certain things. I could take pressure, don't get me wrong, it's whatever. Nobody will never know if I got pressure on me anyway. I ain't gonna say nothing. But when I say coast, I mean like, so with grandma, like I said, I came, mommy lived there too when we came with grandma. I was able to cope because grandma still saw me as her baby. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, even when we came, she's like, you can come. That lady not coming in here.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, you can come. I don't care if you stay.
I was like,
I'm like, Ma, I'm in there. I'm in here. You know what I'm saying? But I say it to say, even now, like, mommy don't get mad at me. She'll get mad at you, but she don't get mad at me. And then not only that, she'll be like you wasn't there the other day, and she was like, hey, get that thing. And once you left out, it's like she knew, like, get that. Because she know, like, okay, well, Ty too firm. Ain't might just let me, let's do this work. And then you can't, she's like, all right, just wait till she leave. You know? So I said, yo, she act like your grandma did the same thing with mom. And she was like, why that lady so mean? Get me a banana. Grandma, you can have bananas, baby. But I'll get them if you think that I'm just nice to her. Okay, cool. Until one day, grandma was like, you know, you had me fooled. I thought you was one of the good ones because I told her no. I never told grandma no again. That made me feel so bad. I never told her no again. I said, Mom, you on your own, man. I ain't telling grandma no. You know, she'd pack her bags up like she about to go somewhere.
Yo, she put that purse. She put that purse on somebody. She leave it.
Yeah, man. But I asked, like, just I know we went on the time, but I asked about your mental just because, like I said, I do think you took on a lot changed for you. Took on a lot. You moved, you relocated. You changed schools for your kids. Living arrangements because you got, you know, Elijah's dad is still further away now, so that's a battle in itself. Even with car situations, you know, like so selfless, we just kind of nitpicking car. Man, your keys, there you go. Whatever I had left, if I had something planned, oh well, there you go. It's just a lot changing that you're not used to. You used to just get up and go if you want to go.
Yeah.
Now we gotta coordinate. All right. And then most of the time you the one changing stuff for you. Okay, well, he gotta do that. Okay, he gotta do that. All right, so I can do this Friday, maybe. We'll see. Let me see if I can get somebody to come. So it's a lot of that. Mentally, like where you at as far as just day to day, like how you feel. You okay? I know it's overwhelming. Just
Some days it's overwhelming. I think now though, like now that we getting into a better schedule, and then like mommy really starting to understand the schedule. Not only that, but she's getting more comfortable with doing things. She trying to explore, so she's trying to do things on her own.
yeah.
Which I like. I like it, but like I be telling her,
I just want us to be there.
I want you to be safe. Like, you know, I want you to do things on your own. That's great, but I want you to be safe too. I think that helps a lot because she more like, hey, no, leave me alone. I got it.
I came out the other day. I think I told you. I came out the other day. I don't know if I told you this because sometimes that's another thing. We see each other a lot too, but then we speak just amongst like our mental. We don't always just explain. Mommy did that. So the other day I came in and Brooke walked in front of me. She's like, "Hey, what's going on, TT?" I'm like, I'm thinking somebody there. You know, it got them 10 minutes, but we can't be there sometimes. Man, she hanging off the bed. So I pick up, man, she just started laughing. She was like, oh, thank you. I love you so much. Thank you. I was like, see, we keep telling you, stop trying to do stuff when you can't do it. You've been here for 2 hours just standing there. You know you couldn't get up. And it wasn't like I think she just was holding to the bed. She wasn't in like harms, but you know, she ain't gonna have the strength to hold herself up that long. She just started laughing. She was like, oh God, thank God. Thank you so much. And I said, see, you know, that's in the top. We said, you can walk around when we hear. So we know at least something happened. We can just react quickly. You don't have life alert, Ma. We don't fall and then we come in 2 hours later. You tell me where you been at You should have been in the
You
bed.
should have been in the bed. Why are you up?
You set you up for a reason, but that was just funny to me. And sometimes I don't say it just because also I know she can hear, you know what I'm saying? So I don't want her to feel like we just reporting everything to each other. So we just kind of give, her leeway and stuff, but we'll go in the room and talk in the back and sometimes,
Yeah, I mean, that's another thing too. Like a lot of people said this, like was telling me, like when I came here, immediately you already know me. I'm making changes. Oh no, this ain't gonna work. Oh, this is how y'all was doing it? No, that's not working.
Yeah.
Oh no, we doing something new. And I remember like more than one person, like, you can't just come in here and change things. Well, I can't.
Yeah, that's the dynamic.
Your mother, and I was like, granny, y'all totally understand that, right? She's not the boss anymore, okay? She can't make the decisions right now. And I'm not saying ever. I'm saying right now. So right now, I'm making decisions of what's better, what's best. I was like, because, y'all are giving me the impression that y'all think that I should ask her. She has no idea, right? She don't know. Sometimes I ask her a question and she just be like,
yeah. Well,
like
yes.
she just like, sure, whatever. Like, so for me, I'm just like, yeah, I'm only doing things that I feel like is gonna be in the best interest of her and everybody else. Like she know that. So yeah, I'm coming in, I'm making changes, I'm doing stuff because right now it's very clear my mom not always making the smartest decision. Like it can be something simple as, hey, you just need to sit down, you don't need to get up. She not gonna make the right decision. She gonna be like, oh, you know what? Let me see if I can make it from the couch to the bed. I was like, bro, why? Why would you do that? Just sit down, ma. Just relax. Or just little simple stuff. Like she wanted me to do something for her the other day. And she get up, she get a walker. And I was like, oh, ma, why you don't just get in a wheelchair? And she's like, oh, yeah. Like, you're right. That is a better idea.
The other day, she said, push that over here.
And I'm like, ma, I told her, I said, that using a wheelchair don't make you weak. Like, using a wheelchair is better for you. You can move around more without getting tired. I was like, because I get it. You want to be able to walk, right? But that's not where we at right now. Mm-hmm. So how about you just wheel yourself around? You could go in the kitchen and make a meal in your wheelchair. I was like, as long as you got something that's going to be behind you, so just in case your legs give out or you get tired, so you can sit down, that's all I want. So now, like, seeing her kind of understanding that more, like, okay, I could do stuff.
She was trying to make a sandwich the other day in the kitchen.
Yeah, I know. I heard. She made pork chops today. In the toaster oven. She baked them. Okay. She had a wheelchair. She was in the kitchen by herself. I didn't push her in there nothing. She wheeling the chair, one hand by herself, getting in there. So that's why I said, like, it's getting easier. Day to day is getting easier because she is finding out what she can do. She kind of understands like what she can't do. She getting to the point where I think she just want to not have as much help. Like she really just want like minimal help. And it's like, okay, let me at least try it first. And then if I can't do it, I'll let you know. Like she couldn't open the seasonings when you turn them.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, cool. Let me and even with that, it's funny because I'm always thinking of new ways to make things easier for her. So in my mind, I'm like, dang, well, what can I get so that she, could use it without having to turn it, without having to do stuff. Just little day-to-day things like that. Like I tell people, you don't realize until you have a situation where something it's not working for you or it don't happen.
Yeah.
Like I was wondering, like, okay, well, can you open a soda can by yourself? Can you do this by yourself? Like, what can you do and what can't you? What do you struggle with so that I could find a way to like make it easier for you? Or I could figure out how can we do this so I don't know. I don't like when she tried to do something, she can't do it, so she get that defeated look on her face. I just can't do it. I'm like, okay, no, I got to figure out a way that I can make this easy for her.
The first time she did this, I didn't like it then, but I mean, I thought it was cool just because I'm like, I remember when she would talk when she first had a stroke, and she thought she was saying things.
Yes.
I think I might have a video of that. I'm not sure. I tried to document something because I knew she was going to overcome this. I know she will. I remember because she would always say Coney.
Yes.
And I think she thought she was saying stuff. But I remember the first time she kind of put her hand on her lip, like, So I liked it then because I'm like, okay, she knows she's not saying what she thinks she's saying. But now she doing it like all the time. Like,
All the
Ma, it's
time.
okay. I'm like, I got the word. Just keep going. And she don't look defeated until she like really can't tell you what she's trying to say. And she know, I guess it's important, but she just don't know how to. And I think I tell her like, Ma, don't get mad at me. I'm asking questions because I'm trying to make sure that we can kind of gear towards an idea of what you might be trying to tell me.
Yes, try to make sure we get it right. Cause I tell people that too. Like, I don't think people want to say that's a frustrating thing. To be playing charades with your mother for 30 minutes sometimes.
Hey, just playing charades, first of all, period. Okay.
And then you still don't know what she's saying. I'm like, bro.
And then she getting mad, but then you get mad because you're like, look, I don't know. Like you, and you don't want to get mad because you don't have to feel away. But you also have to let her know, like, Ma, I just genuinely don't know what the hell you
trying
talking
to say.
about.
Or worse, I think I know what she talking about. Like that time she made me them waffles. I don't care. I was still mad about that, bro. Like, Jermaine, I said waffle. She said waffle. I'm like, okay, cool, waffles. She like, yeah, waffles. I go, I made the waffles. Jermaine, I'll bring that plate out. She looked at the plate. It's not what I asked for. Bro, you said waffles. No. I'm like, yes. It's not no, yes.
I like to add that also our mom, she always been an avid cursor, and she can still do that very well. What the fuck is this?
Yes.
That's her. She can say that with anything. So I can imagine you got the waffle. She like, what the? And now she thinks it's cute to say because she say it so well. Like she like to say it to make
That's
you
the
laugh.
only thing she can say.
So like it'd be
Ain't
quiet.
the only thing she can say. But
The room be quiet. She'd be like, what the like my eye, we got you now, you know. But yeah, I say that to say too, what I think most people may not understand, we may not get sometimes too, is in our mind, it's as simple as like today, she wanted Brooke, not me, which I don't know why. You know, Brooke like, man, I don't know, you know, TT, I don't know. Huh? You want this? We point at everything. I mean, damn, everything in the room, from the carpet to the penny to the roof, the popcorn ceiling, the refrigerator. I'm like, all right, man, I done pointed at every damn thing in this room. Right? She goes, no, it's to the side. I'm like, I said, water? She's like, yes. I'm gonna like, no. I'm like, it's just TV over here. Ain't nothing else over here. She's like, no. I'm like, cream? No. I'm like, yeah. I said, Ma, just say drink. Like, just put your hand to your mouth, say drink. But I'm also thinking like, it's not registering to her to
it
do that.
don't work that way. So I be trying to explain the same thing to Dawn. Dawn gets so frustrated when she do that. He be like, Ma, why you ain't just say this? Or why you ain't just, he'll ask her, why you ain't just do the action of what you wanted? And I be trying to explain to him like, her mind don't work like that, Dawn.
Yeah.
It's doing overtime trying to find a word. A lot of times, the wrong word is coming out. So sometimes she thinks if she just points to where we keep certain stuff, it'll make more sense.
Yeah.
But her mind don't work in a way to say, eat, I'm hungry, feed me. I feel like even if we worked on something like sign language, it would be hard because her brain is not always recalling the right word. So it's kind of hard to like coordinate that.
When you made waffles, you wanted pancakes?
No, I made waffles. Where I went wrong with that was, it was the clue that she gave. I asked her, was it something in the freezer? She said yes. So I said waffles. She said yes. But it wasn't a waffle. It was these lobster bites that she had in the freezer. But again, because I said freezer,
yeah, she just said yes.
She immediately assumed that the word that I'm saying to her, which is waffle, was what she wanted.
Yeah.
So now what I do is, before I even make it,
You show it to her.
is this what you want? Are you sure this is it? And now, like, I understand that, because I understand just like we have to understand the words that she's saying may not always come out as the right word. The words that you saying to her, she don't always understand. Especially really long stories, drawn out sentences. She don't really get it. She don't. So when I talk to her, I talk, but usually it's very short words. I know if I say something long with it, she probably not going.
Short and sweet.
Yeah, she not gonna get it.
Because
So I
then,
feel like,
even if she respond, it has to be something she can respond to in a few words, because she can't say but so much, or yes, no, or just
yeah.
a facial expression to say, oh, okay, I get what you're saying.
And then she even get mad at that. Like if you don't understand what she's saying, you try to get her to do yes or no. She still be trying to say the word. I'm like, look, no, we not doing that no more. Yes or no. Is it a thing? Is it blue? Like, she'll get mad, but it's like, listen, no, I need to. I'm trying to get down to the details, like with you.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like I said, if I couldn't imagine like doing that and kind of feeling like what she feeling or going through
Yeah.
what she going through. And even then, like, she's still like being real strong. Just cause
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that was the hardest thing, like dealing with it in the beginning. It wasn't hard that it happened. It was hard because I knew that she didn't want a life like this.
Yeah.
Like you said, she vented to me a lot about what she went through with grandma. And she always told me, living a life like this is not living. If I can't do things for myself, it's no point. If somebody got to bathe me, wash me, feed me, if people got to do everything for me, it's not living. It's not life. Like, I don't want that. And I remember like her being in rehab and just every time I would go see her at the rehab, like I would just tear. I would have to like cry in the car before I got there because I wanted to be strong when I got in there for her. But I knew she hated it because she can't get up and do nothing for herself. And she always said, hey, I don't want to live a life like that. Like, I'd rather just be gone. But then I also think about like that day in the hospital. Oh no, ma'am, you can't leave. I was thinking about that the other day too.
Well, I want you to say it here. I wasn't going to have you like do it because I know we kind of went just in genuine conversation, like no, like our normal conversations go. But one thing that you told me, and because I had to go let Dawn come back,
Yeah.
so you got to have that moment with her by yourself. I remember you telling me that you told her, like, hey, look, nigga, tighten up.
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you it's okay. No, get strong, get better. We got stuff to do. And I thought that was dope to me because I remember her talking about her brother on call, and I know that a lot of things happened too that kind of affected her as well that we just didn't speak on. But
Yeah.
losing her favorite brother was big, and I remember not being mad. I remember she told me a story, and I understand it from her perspective because that's her favorite brother, and it didn't get no tighter than that. I remember her telling us that she told him, like, you know, it's okay if you wanna go, it's okay. And but then I get it. People need to hear that so they can let go. And I felt like you did the complete opposite. Hey, it's not okay. You got more time here. We need you. I need you. Your grandkid. We gonna get through it together. And I just felt like whatever happened in that moment, that's probably made her be so strong as she was as well.
She did. She cried. I was crying. I grabbed her hand. I was like, Mommy, no. Not even not mom, mommy. In this moment, I am your child. You cannot do this right now. I was like, Ma, I can't do this without you. Like, you don't understand. I'm not joking. I can't. I wouldn't even be able to get out of bed tomorrow. You gotta be okay. Like, you gotta be okay. She cried, could see the tears coming down her eyes, and I was like, it's gonna be okay, but I need you to be strong. Like, please, I need you to be here. And just, seeing that, even in, that moment, she don't remember that. She don't remember none of that. She didn't even know she had surgery a couple weeks ago. Well, like 2 weeks ago.
She had a lot of medication since then and all that stuff. And she didn't know what was going on. She just knew that she was somewhere and we was there with her. So
And
she
we
was fine.
there. And that was another thing, like you said, when you said you could tell for the first time she was scared.
Yeah.
You could tell she was continuously kind of scared. She never wanted us to leave. Every time you come, you hold her hand.
Yeah.
She like, hey,
Yep.
don't go nowhere. Like, hey, don't leave me here. I don't even know what's going on. Don't leave me
The
here.
first few weeks, every time we held the hand, I just felt like it was like the tightest grip, And And I think, one thing about mommy, or yeah, my mom, that I'll say is, we always joked or not complain so much, but, her thing is she talk a lot, too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, she just don't be quiet. And like I said about the problems thing, right? Like, it's almost like it's not the norm for her not to talk a lot. So it's like you do all that complain about talking, but I'll probably pay top dollar now to hear her talk all day. I watched a lot of, because I'm glad we did a lot of podcasts together. We did power reviews. We got a lot of. I listen to them a lot because I want to hear her
Of
talking.
course.
Sometimes I want to play it for her, but I know that that's a different type of emotion that I don't want to do yet. You know, especially with all that's going on. We mentioned, and I do want to touch on that just a second, but she lost her favorite brother in what 2020, I think. Yeah, and then grandma 2021,
Yep.
and Uncle Kenny 2022, and then my dad, our dad. I said my
2024.
dad, our dad, on in 2023. So every year has been a big loss for her. These are influential people. I do think, and I'm not saying this because it's our dad, but I do think that a part of me wonders, or I question. I think it's hard to tell now. We don't really know. But I was talking to Kevin about it, and I was like, it's times where I feel like Daddy passing might have affected her more than it affected us.
Yeah.
And I know they loved each other. I know that that was clear. I'm not saying in love per se. But I'm just saying they loved each other. Had love. They got 3 kids. They beat the odds. They both from a shitty place with shitty chances, and they didn't live shitty lives. You know what I'm saying? But I said to say, I remember, and I don't want to get too deep into that 'cause that's too much for me. But I remember when she told me that. I remember being mad, just not at Dawn about it. Just I know Haley was there. I wasn't mad that she was there. Don't get me wrong. Just that's not who I'm trying to get that kind of news in front of. So I kind of just like act like it was cool. Walked out. I mean, she asked me a question. I just closed the door. Dawn came outside, but I remember, um, even afterwards, just her on the phone. Like that's all she talked about all day. I remember for day I just couldn't. I didn't move for that. I just was in sit down on the sofa. I didn't do nothing. I didn't have no job anyway. I was just sitting down. I couldn't enjoy the vacation I was supposed to have. Like everything just changed in December. Like just life in general. And I remember just sitting down. I would just cry here and there because Dad and think about it. That was my season with him. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking he coming back. We gonna be doing something. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do this, do this. I had plans, for Christmas and stuff. I'm thinking we gonna be able to do some stuff. So that hurt a little bit. And then the last time I saw him, I came straight here when I saw him last. And we spoke. I remember that was the last time we spoke about him. He gave me a big hug, like he always did. And I mean, it's just emotional. But I think that it affected her a lot just because you think about the history they have. It's we talking about since the 80s. Even the ups, the downs. That's the thing about life. Once you over it, it's fine. The ups and downs, because the downside in real time, you hate a motherfucker. Oh, I hate you. Yeah. But once you over it and you healed and you good, like and you really know what that life is bigger than just how you feel in the moment. The downs is like it's cool to look upon. It's cool, and I think her looking at the ups and downs, having survivor's remorse for all this stuff, losing people that she used to just calling. I could just call my brother and do this.
Yeah.
I could just talk to my mom and do this. I could just call Kenny and do this. Oh, and when they dad called me, Bo called me, I could say this. It's like even talking about him now, she just tear up.
Yeah.
Like I ain't thinking the first day I was ever alone with her. The first day, because when Nene left, that was the first time we could be alone with her. Like because Nene was there, And I remember talking to her. I'm just thinking I'm talking, and I'm not even thinking that she probably still feeling like she didn't get to go. Shit just changed for her right then and there. And I'm talking, and she just like start crying. Oh damn, I had to give a hug because I'm like I ain't know it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it made me think like, damn, like you the stuff that you complain about or you think is like annoying, or sometimes you gotta cherish it because sometimes that annoyance be the thing that you want from that person too, in a sense.
Yeah. Yeah. I give anything for Daddy to call me again and be like, man, I forgot what I was gonna say. Man, Ty. Hey, yeah, I forgot. It'll come back to me. I'm gonna call you
I'll
back.
call you back. Yep.
You be like, all right, Dad. And it's just like, dang, I used to be so annoyed in those moments, especially because he would hang up and then really call me right back.
As soon as you
All
remember.
right, I remember. So, and I just used to be like, Dad, come on. Like, you really called me back too. Like, literally 3 minutes later when it came back to you. But yeah, man, you, like I said, in a moment, you be thinking like, oh man, that's annoying. Like, oh, I don't want to deal with that. But
I got so many voicemails. That's why I sent it to you that one time. I got so many voicemails. Sometimes I listen to it. It's hard because it's like a lot of times when he call when he can call you for anything. Honestly, it don't matter. He'll call you just for nothing. So some of it is nothing, but that nothing is like it mean a lot. Because nothing with daddy meant a lot for some reason, you know? Or if he call and say, sometimes some of it's funny, some of it's just more funny than actually sad, but I don't know, they're not like named, so I don't know which one is which. It might be calling back. That's sad because sometimes I know I didn't call him back that day.
yeah.
Or it's sad because I know like that was his 5th time calling that day, you know what I'm saying? But I'm working or I'm doing this or whatever. But I find peace in the last couple months that we had together and stuff like that. A lot of funny moments, definitely. But I know with mommy, I just know I think that was the big factor in her having her stroke. I just feel I don't know I don't know if it consumed her mind a lot, remorse. I don't know if she just got tired. I don't know if she felt like the walls were caving in because that's everybody leaving year after year. You clipping off.
Yeah, I was just about saying that's another thing. You genuinely do start to feel like everybody leaving me. Daddy younger than her, so it's just like
it makes you rethink life. Like
yeah,
damn.
like what's going on? Like why is this happening? I think, and then another thing, like she was the one who got the first news.
Yeah.
So it wasn't. It was hearing that for her is like she had to hear it from us. She had to get the news straight from the corner herself, and she had to
give it to us.
Be strong enough to give the news to us. And it was just, I think for her it was kind of like I don't know. I don't really think she wanted to like be strong, and I think she also battled because remember she was going with, okay, I'm not going to New York. Okay, I am going. Okay, I'm not going. I am going. For me, like I told her, it was never a question. Like you always was gonna go. Why wouldn't you go? Like it's daddy, like you said, they love each other. They've been together, they was together for a while. I always tell people the craziest thing about my parents is they were married for a very long time, married for way longer than they actually was together, but they were always friends. And I always loved that. Like, and it wasn't until I got older that I remember looking at mommy and daddy and being like, bro, how y'all even got together? Like y'all total opposite, bro. Like, how did y'all even come in the same circle and link with each other and be like,
the projects will do it to you.
It's crazy because I tell daddy like you so chill, laid back. You don't spend your money like that. Like mommy, total opposite. She is loud, outgoing. She gonna buy something. She go like, how y'all?
Oh, mommy is definitely missed. I got 10. I'm spending 12.
Yeah, like how did that measure? And daddy is Mr. I got 12. Now
I ain't got nothing.
I'm saving all of that. I have no money. You like, what do you mean you ain't got no money?
What Mitch said in Painful, I'm broke, baby.
Yeah.
I'm broke.
That's daddy every time. Mommy, no, you gonna know she got some money. Mommy coming in some money immediately, And I just used to always tell daddy, like, man, I used to think that like, y'all were like great together. Now that I'm an adult, I realize y'all are not compatible, and I don't know how y'all had 3 kids.
Yeah. I can see that.
Because how did that happen?
Definitely was night and day.
But I think, like I said, them just being friends, just even, not being married, still kind of considering each other. Mommy was always whatever daddy need, whatever your father need, make sure y'all do this, make sure you do that, whatever your dad need. And I always tell people they didn't have to be together for that to like be her response.
I think that you said about the parenting thing too, to go back to that, because I definitely feel like we had parents, and I mean both of them, honestly. Daddy probably more than mommy, which is crazy because mommy talked a lot. But I mean, like, far as the communication, they always let us know in different forms and ways that they loved each other and they were still friends, and that it's your parent first.
Yeah.
Even when daddy was mad, like that's your mom. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Even mommy was mad. Oh, that's your dad. I don't care. You couldn't say nothing bad to them. Like it's about the other person. It just ain't gonna work. They can. You can't. It's almost like that thing where like I can say it, but you can't say it. That's my
Yeah.
friend. You know what I'm saying? And I think daddy a lot of times that was funny though. It's like he'd be like, "Yo, man, I wrote your mom to let her keep it, daddy. Please, come on, keep it." No. One day he said, "I want a 6 page letter. Then she give it to her." And one day I was like, "No, why not? You always say yeah." I said, "Yeah, but do you do it? No, this don't. Y'all better off how y'all are now. Trust me." And then it's times daddy come over. I'll see him hug. I see him give her a kiss on the cheek or something like that. So they had a good relationship for the most part. But I think a lot of times people see the negative side or the complaining side, and they think that's all.
Yeah.
But in those kind of relationships, you don't know the landscape of things because there's so much history there that's unspoken. The good times that's unspoken about, the bad times that neither one of them gonna talk about because they did it wrong or whatever. And so it's so much with that I just think that I could see. I think if it was vice versa, it's like if it was vice versa and daddy was like, I think he'd be distraught as well.
Yeah.
I think that probably be worse. I think daddy would have just
Yeah.
he would have, I don't want to say it, but he wouldn't, he would have, he's not as strong as mom in that sense. But that would have crushed him, like to know that that's what it is. So yeah, man. But I think in parenting, it just when you think about me and you, I got 2 kids with somebody I'm not with. You got kids with somebody you're not with, but you couldn't really get me to talk bad about her to nobody, vice versa. And then I'm gonna always do whatever is best for the kids and them, So always, regardless of what, like if that means I don't want to, but if it meant for some reason that I had to like be alone or something like that, but I need my kids to see that. If that makes sense. Like I'm always gonna be nice to her. We can joke anyway. We might get mad here and there, but it's never like fuck you. I ain't doing all that. You know what I'm saying? We had text or whatever later on, but nah, it's just one of them things. But I want them to know I'm a joker. I'm a joke, and we gonna go. But they know we're not together. But they know that it's respect there. So and that's all I care about.
I mean, that's what I feel like. That's what's important. Like that's what you need. That's what you kind of need to show your kid. I think. And I even tell Elijah this like all the time. Like I love your dad. Like gave me the greatest gift ever. You.
Mm-hmm.
How could I not love somebody that gave me you? Like without him, you wouldn't be here. And it's just like and I was laughing because I was talking to his dad's girlfriend just about that and kind of Elijah's behavior and kind of how it's changed a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I was telling her like I think it's because we split up when Elijah was 2, so he didn't really understand then. But now that he is 7, he's kind of cognitively understanding. Okay, my dad is with somebody that's not my mom. My mom is with somebody that's not my dad. Like I want my parents to be together.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of like, I love your dad, but we not together. We not gonna be together. He has so and so. So and so, he's happy with so and so. And Elijah's like, yeah, no. Like, I want a mom and a dad together like I see on TV.
Mm-hmm.
And, I just always make it a point to just, let him know and understand, like, hey, me and dad are good friends. We parent together. We gonna parent you together. When something happens, I'm gonna tell your dad. If something happened when you with your dad's gonna tell me. Like we have that kind of relationship. We not gonna disrespect each other. We don't be mean to each other. Our sole interest is you.
Mm-hmm.
And so him just kind of like understanding that and coming into that now, like we now get to the point where we could joke about each other. We could do little silly stuff and mess with each other. But it's like, you want your kid to know that they were made out of love. I feel like when you bring in that dynamic where you and the other parent can't never get together, y'all always got to be talking to each other nasty and just, I don't know, just being weird. Not like y'all didn't make a whole human together. That weighs on your kid, and your kid ain't gonna forget that stuff. They gonna remember it. I don't know. I always tell people I feel like we were made out of love. Whether our parents stay together or not, I know they loved each other. Like, I know it's nothing daddy wouldn't do for mommy. They didn't have to be together.
Yeah,
Which is why anything happened funny, I'm telling my dad. Telling my dad.
She hated that dude.
Yep.
She's like,
Telling my dad.
Jermaine, did you tell him how you are? Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
Shit. He
definitely
asked
did.
me, and I would do the same thing if it was vice versa.
Yep.
Somebody would bother him and say, Ma, this girl would be slapping shit out of daddy, man. You know, no, hold on, let me stop that. Nobody slapped our moms. I want to make sure I clear. Hold on, let me stop that right there. No, she was definitely the aggressor. I'm just going to make that clear. But yeah, mommy didn't play that. Just to make sure that was the wrong example to use. But what I'm saying is, somebody did slap my dad, I would have told mom.
Yeah, or just even in general, I feel like hey, boyfriend got a little too loud. Hey, he had an attitude. He been a little too mean. Yeah, daddy Casorso's over here. I don't know. He acting like he.
Yeah.
Acting like he had
But
an
what
attitude.
I like about them for real is that they asked questions also. Like it wasn't like we had to open up and say it.
Yeah.
Yo, anybody bothering your mom? Anybody, or he might ask you for. Daddy did an investigation thing. He asked you first. You give him a little bit, or, he ain't asked Don. Nobody asked Don nothing.
No,
he asked
he
me.
didn't.
I go back to you and okay, now I got the full story. All right, there we go. Job well done, guys. And then mommy telling, did you tell him? Yeah. What I told you about telling? Hey, look, man. He checked him, right?
His daddy.
He checked it, right?
Yeah.
All right, you good to go, man. And daddy didn't play. One thing about that, he didn't play. He don't care how tall, big you are. He gonna check you. What's going on? What I'm hearing this. What's going on? You all right? Everything good? So yeah, man. But I appreciate you talking, and this is the longest Thinking Out Loud ever. By the way, it's only 40. No, I wanted to be long. It was long. I wanted to get it off my chest. We don't get to speak like this all the time, but I also because it's public too, so I want people to be able to watch it. I want to put a part out to people. I'm gonna give you the floor. We got like a couple minutes left. Tell them don't come to the house without knocking on the door. And I'm playing. I'm just joking, but you can. But yeah, just I do definitely appreciate everything you're doing though. Like I said, without you, we'd probably be lost doing that stuff anyway. Somebody had to start working. It's, we all able to kind of stay afloat some way, somehow, by just being selfless for the next person. So,
Yeah. I guess to wrap it up, just to say, like, it's not easy, but, I take this from my father, man. I take it one day at a time. I don't really try to think, that's not me. This is not normal for me to say this. I don't really try to think too many days in advance anymore. And everybody know, if you know me personally, I'm a planner. So I be planning stuff out. I can't do that now. I never know what my tomorrow is gonna look like. So I really just I could plan for today and that's it. But it's not always good days. I definitely have a lot of days where I don't want to be bothered. I definitely have a lot of days where I just want to lay in my bed or sit in my room, or like how after daddy passed, I just want to get a hotel room and just be by myself. Why? I just want it to be quiet. Like I just want to not be bothered. I just don't want to do nothing.
the irony of obviously our dad dying inside of her, or no,
Yeah.
I just felt it's peaceful though.
Yeah.
Peaceful. Nobody bothering me. I'm in the hotel, it's clean, it's cool, and I'm sleeping. I mean, damn, if it don't get more peaceful than that, honestly. And I want to end with just saying rest in peace to Nana.
Yes.
I wasn't gonna bring it up at first, but just a minute left. Love her to death. I'm just super happy for Dad that he can be with his grandma,
His grandma.
and happy for her that she could be with him. So definitely shout out to them, and rest in peace to both of them. Love and missing to death, and thank you. You was very strong in this. You did good. You did a good job. You did a good job. Clap it up for Ty, man. All right. What a Masters podcast. We out.